Hi, David. This is Lisa. Thank you for buying my album. That's lame.
I would like that over an Autopen signed album. Imagine Jennie calling out your name.
Hi, Danny. Kim. Welcome to YouTube's favorite K-pop show, DK News. Danny.
David.
Lots and lots of
Hot as tea. Today we have some sad news. K-ballad/R&B singer Wheesung passes away at 43. Korea is in shock.
And second, we have Jennie and Lisa under fire for alleged use of Autopen on albums marketed as signed.
And last but not least, we have the full legal battle of NewJeans versus ADOR going on over contract disputes, and it is intensifying.
On to the first news.
Another star from Korea has passed away at the age of 43. Singer Wheesung was found dead at his home in Gwangjin-gu, Seoul on March 10th. Authorities arrived at the scene after receiving a report from his mother and confirmed his passing. Police have stated that there were no signs of forced entry or foul play, but they have requested an autopsy from the National Forensic Service to determine the exact cause of death. A syringe was reportedly found near his body, leading to further investigation into whether he had taken any substances and if there were any narcotics involved. Wheesung had previously been convicted of illegally using propofol between 2019 and 2020 and received a suspended prison sentence. His struggles with sleep disorders and mental health had been widely known, and he was found unconscious in public on multiple occasions in the past after reportedly using anesthesia-based sedatives. His sudden passing has deeply shocked the public and entertainment industry as he was actively preparing for a joint concert with singer KCM on March 15th, only 5 days after. Fellow artists including KCM, Verbal Jint, Yoonminsu, and Mamamoo Solar shared their condolences, remembering him as a passionate musician with an irreplaceable voice, and fans flooded his social media pages with messages of grief, recalling how his songs provided comfort and shaped their youth. So Wheesung debuted in 2002 and became one of Korea's most beloved R&B artists, known for his hit songs like Can't We, With Me, Insomnia, and even Thought of Marriage.
It's very sad and all very sudden. We don't really hear about him that much.
You guys might not be familiar with him that much because he's not really related to K-pop, but I do have to say when I was in middle school and high school, his music was very popular, especially knowing how ballads and R&B is pretty big here. Like a lot of men
Especially
used to sing,
at that time.
Yeah, especially. We had like all that
Ballad era.
We would at least sing one Wheesung song in the 노래방. The aforementioned songs were all very famous. Maybe in memories of him, you guys might check it out. Like he was a very talented singer indeed. At this moment, I think what we can get is that these celebrities, they might seem like they live flashy lives and you know have all the money and fame and all that, but we've been seeing a sequential line of very tragic events, and a lot of them have been related to mental health issues.
Right.
So despite this being related to drugs or not, and I'm not justifying drug usages, but at the same time, I think the Korean society or individually, people should just look more into mental health in general. Just look after your loved ones next to you or your neighbor or the society as a whole. It's just a very big tragedy. So yeah, rest in peace, and on to the next news.
Okay, Jennie and Lisa are under fire for alleged use of Autopen on albums marketed as signed.
Wow, so what's an Autopen?
Autopen is a mechanical device that basically automates your signatures. It's commonly used in signing things at mass.
So you just like, and then it just does a sign, or?
No, it's literally a machine holding some sort of pen-like device, and they will sign it.
Oh, it's like a machine
And
hand,
then you have like, you know, a conveyor belt going down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's dystopia.
No, I would say it's efficient, but anyways. Okay.
Recently, fans who have bought Lisa and Jennie's debut solo albums have raised speculation that the two artists may have used Autopen machines to sign albums that were marketed as signed. Fans began raising concerns after noticing that some signatures on signed photo cards appear to be nearly identical. Very, very identical.
Okay.
With jagged curves that are typically seen when using Autopen machines. This discovery has led to allegations that the autographs were not genuinely hand-signed by the artist, which some fans might feel like it's kind of misleading when it's marketed as signed, and especially considering that they were part of a more premium priced package.
Oh, more money.
You had to buy a bigger package in order to
get the signed album
Yes,
package.
exactly.
Okay.
Furthermore, both artists posted videos of themselves hand signing the products by themselves, like literally, like, hey, I'm signing these photo cards. This kind of suggested that all signed photo cards and albums contain the genuine autograph of the artist. When some fans contacted customer support regarding whether these autographs were genuine, they stated the signatures were written by hand. Whose hand? Which signatures? Very vague. It led to more confusion and debates. Now, no official statements have come out from the artists' agencies themselves, but the debate continues online regarding the genuinity of these signatures. This type of controversy is actually nothing new. Many other artists and celebrities have been accused of using Autopen, such as Bob Dylan, Bon Jovi, Nicki Minaj, and even Joe Biden. Good old Joe.
Let's give him a pass. He can barely...
Yeah, he's an old man. But Joe Biden has recently, like literally the same time as Jennie and Lisa, he's been under fire recently for using Autopen to sign official White House documents.
As I said, let's give him a pass. Bro's been retired, like, you know, like, let him live.
I mean, he wasn't selling that as signed, you know, like he just needed a signature, right? Yeah. In this day and age, like we do it digitally, so. Now, I did do some research on this, and I found that a general good rule of thumb when buying signed goods from artists is that unless it's explicitly stated as hand signed by artists, you need those exact words. Otherwise, assume that it was either signed by someone else, like a manager, or autopenned.
Okay.
You will typically see these products that will say signed. No mention of the artist, or hand signed, which means someone else signed it probably. This actually lets them avoid legal issues down the road because you actually didn't say it was signed by the artist, you just said it was signed. My question to you is, do you think artists should not sell Autopen signatures as signed? And do you think that's kind of deceptive?
I'm just happy that the managers are now getting arrested because of this
yes,
new technology.
Thank God they have this technology.
At least the managers are getting arrested. So the best for humanity, I guess like this is good. I do understand the frustration from the fans because they're getting like a premium price. They're buying extra value, which is supposed to be like the artist's soul and fragrance and blood, sweat, and tears. If they're expecting that, it might feel as like a light scam to them. I get it, but as everybody with common sense would expect, the artists are definitely not gonna sign over like 10,000 albums. Jennie and Lisa, they're flying everywhere. Like I guess maybe in their private jets they could be signing every second, but like if that's not the case, they just physically don't have the time to do that.
Actually, I saw a video of John Cena.
How did you see a video of John Cena?
I saw a video of John Cena signing 30,000 autographs. He said he did it over like 10 days or something. If he has time and energy to do 30,000.
I think John Cena has the energy at least.
Definitely.
He's compared to Joe Biden.
That's true. I'm gonna give Joe a pass. Maybe Bob Dylan too. He's old. So if you're over like 60, you get a pass?
No, Trump is actually signing like 1,000 executive orders right now with that.
I do understand the fans are angry, but at the same time, I think this is such a not accepted but widely used practice, common practice, that I'm surprised that people still think that these are genuinely signed by the artist.
I think there needs to be a change in that like phrasing of like
that
signed,
language,
hand signed or whatever, the legal ambiguity there. They should just be upfront about it, like, you know.
Auto-penned and watch the sales drop.
Yeah.
So they are, I think, intentionally using ambiguous language, vague language, in order to boost the sales. I think that is kind of sneaky.
I have an idea. Just genuinely make them sign like maybe 50 of them. Make them like super expensive. And I'm pretty sure people will still buy it at that price because they have proof that they actually signed it themselves. But I think that would be more sincere and genuine. And that's gonna be even better for environment too.
You just need those album sales in order to boost your numbers in Billboard.
Yes, just so make it digital, like celebrities.
Are you saying they should sell NFTs?
We're over that. It doesn't even have to go to NFTs. You could be like a personalized message or something like that.
That seems like a lot of work though.
No, use AI to personalize the name. You know, that's very easy nowadays, right? With today's technology, that could be. So if like you just register your name, I'm David, and then Lisa could be like, "Hi David, thank you for buying my album," and all that, and it's like 90% actually her, and then just my name AI generated.
Okay, I think that's kind of lame.
It's better than a freaking Autopen.
Here's my business idea. Okay, here's my greedy music.
What is this, the Sharks?
Mogul. You make the artist do at least like 200 autographs. You scan them. You make the Autopen machine randomly pick among those 200 autographs. And then you also make AI do calculations and like make more variations. So now every single autograph is genuine in terms of that they're different and they're what the artist would have signed. Essentially, you got the persona of the artist inside the AI.
So bottom line, AI is both.
Yes, but it feels more personal when it's an autograph versus a video of, "Hi, David. This is Lisa. Thank you for buying my album." You know, that's lame.
I would like that over an Autopen signed album. Imagine Jennie calling out your name. "Hi, Kim Dong-gyum."
"Hi, Danny." Kim.
You know those people, there's actually a service, this is going on a tangent, but there's actually a service like happy birthday messages or whatever. You send it to like a...
Like they have like these people, you know, in some tribe or some shit, and they're like,
customize messages.
Happy birthday, and then
David Kim, happy birthday. You know, people pay money for that kind of stuff. So I feel like if Jennie's like, "Hi, David Kim," people will like. Anyways, okay.
Yeah, interesting.
Tell us, guys, what you like better between our ideas.
On to the next news.
Speaking of legal ambiguity, NewJeans versus ADOR, the legal battle over contract dispute intensifies. On March 7th, the Seoul Central District Court held a hearing for ADOR's injunction request against NewJeans, aiming to prevent the group from engaging in independent advertising and activities. Despite no obligation to attend, all 5 of the NewJeans or NJZ members appeared in black suits, emotionally pleading their case in the final minutes. The session, lasting over 2 hours, featured arguments and rebuttals from both sides, ADOR presenting 229 PowerPoint slides.
Holy cow.
And NewJeans countering with 93. I tried to summarize the key points. So the first one is the ignore her incident. Everybody knows about this.
The ignore gate.
So NewJeans claimed that a B-Lift lab manager instructed eyelet members to ignore Honey, leading to harassment. ADOR countered that Honey herself stated the members did greet her and that the issue was exaggerated to justify termination. ADOR also suggested that Minijin was the one that twisted in some kind of way. Number 2, we have the new ADOR controversy. So NewJeans alleged that HYBE's internal reports suggested plans to phase them out while prioritizing Eyelet and Le Seraphim. So ADOR clarified that the report referred to IVE, not Eyelet for the part, and accused Minijin of selectively editing the document to distort its meaning. And the third point is the album sales manipulation. NewJeans accused HYBE's PR team of downplaying their Japanese sales and making derogatory remarks. ADOR argued that it was a factual correction to avoid financial misrepresentation and denied malicious intent. And fourth was concept similarities with Eyelet. So NewJeans asserted that Eyelet was designed to replace them, copying visuals, choreography, and branding, while ADOR dismissed this as common industry overlaps and pointed out that Minijin herself admitted plagiarism claims were ambiguous.
5. Leaked training videos. NewJeans accused HYBE or Source Music Music of leaking their pre-debut footage. ADOR responded that they had taken extensive measures to remove the content, including requesting takedowns over 200 times. 6. Dolphin kidnappers dispute. NewJeans criticized HYBE for severing ties with the creative team behind their music videos, Dolphin kidnappers. ADOR justified the decision by citing contractual violations, including unauthorized content usage. 7. Advertising contracts. ADOR accused NewJeans of refusing to honor existing contracts and contacting luxury brands to bypass the agency. NewJeans did not refute the claim during the hearing. 8. ADOR alleged that Min Hee-jin had been planning to take NewJeans with her since March 2024, orchestrating parental protests and media appearances. NewJeans did not respond to this claim.
ADOR and HYBE claimed that because NewJeans and Min Hee-jin are using the same law firm, that's extra evidence for tampering attempts. The law firm was using similar or almost same logic for Min Hee-jin and NewJeans' case.
Interesting. 9. NewJeans argued that ADOR had no proper plans for their career and only developed the 2025 schedule after their contract dispute began. ADOR countered that they have been preparing album releases, tours, and promotions since late 2023, with delays caused by NewJeans' resistance.
So that was how the trial went. And for the final pleas, the NewJeans members made emotional statements. They actually cried, expressing their deep distrust of ADOR and desire to remain with Min Hee-jin. They actually said Min Hee-jin is part of us. Like, she's a member.
The 6th member.
Yeah, she's a member too. And ADOR insisted they filed the injunction solely to continue working with the group. They were like, why would we sabotage you if we invested this much money?
Which I also kind of agree with.
The court requested further documentation from both sides and will announce its decision by March 14th. The first hearing on the exclusive contract validity lawsuit is scheduled for April 3rd, like a month left.
So what do you think? Who's winning right now?
Okay.
Who's winning?
I don't want to say because
you will get sued?
No, I've been talking about this.
Oh, you get canceled every single time you talk about it.
By either side.
Whatever you say.
You can't have a win on this. I'm not even afraid of being canceled anymore. I'm just genuinely annoyed.
Yeah, you're just exhausted.
I'm just exhausted. Like these essays. I don't know what these people are doing with their lives, but they seem very invested in whether these 5 girls are little brats or like HYBE is.
That's true. Whenever I see those like really long comments, I always think about like, have you ever written something that long to your parents, like for your parents or your loved ones?
And before you brush out our commentaries right now saying, oh, you're not providing any value to the table, this is all insignificant. This is exactly the representation of the general sentiment right now about this case.
Yeah, like who gives a f?
Yeah, just let's go on with the trial. The law is gonna sort out all the things. Even if the law sorts it out, nobody's gonna be satisfied. I can bet my balls, whatever the outcome is, the other side is not gonna take it and they're gonna spin a narrative saying, of course the Korean law system is rigged.
Of course.
Yeah,
no one's gonna be happy.
No, I'm not gonna take sides. I'm not gonna take the bullet.
Maybe we can take sides on Patreon though.
Maybe it might be a little bit more nuanced. At this point, there's no point talking about it, and I'm just representing that sentiment.
I think they all took their sides. I think everybody has their sides. I think the general consensus is more on HYBE's side versus the girls' side. At this point, people are kind of tired of this whole back and forth now.
Yeah, like, everyone suddenly became internet lawyers.
Yeah, like everybody's a fucking lawyer now.
Like, what did you just think about their girls' appearances? Because that was
unexpected. I kind of expected them to come because like, you know, like considering what they've been doing so far, they're pretty good at like publicizing every single event that's happening legally. Yeah. I just think that at this point, the more they come out and talk about this issue, it's actually a PR negative, because the more people get exposed to this issue and the more people find out the details, it seems to be that generally they're thinking, if you dig deeper, oh, these girls' issues weren't that serious.
If you just see it at a very technical standpoint, over the 8 or 9 clashing points, you saw that 2 of them weren't rebutted by NewJeans. You can clearly see ADOR has prepared a lot. They had like 223 pages slides to rebut to like NewJeans' claims. And maybe it's because the rebuttal always goes after the claim. So it seems like
one side is winning.
Yeah, it seems like one side is winning, because if you have a rebuttal for every single claim and it seems convincing objectively. So technically, it seems like Hybe is winning, and that's the probable outcome.
Yeah, I think
predicted.
people have predicted. Like internet lawyers.
Yeah, and also Dispatch releasing that footage of like eyelid members.
The ignore gate.
Yeah, eyelid members actually bowing down. A lot of the sentiment kind of steered towards like, oh, they did get respect.
I think the biggest mistake on the NewJeans side was that they even mentioned the ignore gate. It's become disproportionately the center of this discussion. If there was no ignore gate, if that was not mentioned at all, maybe NewJeans supporters, there would be more.
In the beginning, I thought that there would be more like, what do you call it?
Like severe evidence.
Examples other than, I thought that was just the tip of the iceberg. Maybe it is. We didn't see the full coverage of the court hearing or whatever, but the one that at least is publicized until now is only that anecdotal event.
Which may or may not have happened. And
I just want to stay away from this, quite honestly. I just want to like, this is my sentiment, okay? That chair, my sentiment is John Cena.
You will see him on Patreon, patreon.com/DKDKTV. We're having the after show here. So go hit that subscribe button and also go to our Patreon. And
just to clarify, I'm not on NewJeans' side, okay? People are gonna say no matter what I say, like, oh, he's
We've been actually quite critical. You've been critical. Not me. I'm neutral.
It's just because that one time I said humanitarian perspective, like the girls
Don't be humanitarian, be neutral. Be an internet lawyer.
About NewJeans on Patreon, we will cover that. But there is actually very big controversy right now regards to Kim Se-ron. Huge actor. I'm not even gonna name drop because he's mass suing it. If you wanna hear our thoughts and talk about it with us, patreon.com/DKDKTV.